Shabbat Shalom, and you are welcome to the Shabbat of this morning. The Shabbat that we are going to talk about, or the Parshas, sorry, not the Shabbat. The Parshas of this morning is Parshas Va-Yehi, and it means, and it lives. The Parshas Va-Yehi, and it lives. But actually, we are going to talk about the passing away of Jacob Abenu. We are going to talk about the passing away of our father, Jacob Abenu. So, but it says, he lived. So, as I said, remember, even though when we talk about the passing away of Sarah, the Torah talk about the life of Sarah. Even though the Torah was talking about the death of Sarah, the Torah keep on repeating itself over and over again, telling us that we do not die. We do not die, but we live in another existence. Look, the body, the matter, this body goes down and it goes back to where it comes from according to the commandment of the Lord God. Remember, blessed be He. Remember that. So it's going to do what? Go back to where it comes from. But the energy that God has given us go to another existence. So we do not die, we live on. And that's how we say, we say the God of our father, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. God is not the God of the dead, but God of the living. Our father, they live. They live on in another existence, and they keep on making intercession for us before God. When we pray to them, oh God of my fathers, your father can hear you. Oh, I'm in pain, help me. You understand that because he was in pain when he was here physically. He said, God, please help my descendants, help my children, and God help us. So it is very, very important. Likewise, when you say, oh, Yeshua HaMashiach, help me. Yeshua HaMashiach understood that because he was in flesh here, to understand the pain that meant that mortal what we experience. So he can, when you say help me, you understand that, and he can also help you out immediately. Parashah Va-Yehi, and he lives. So I subtitle the parasha of this morning as living as if there is no tomorrow. Living as if there is no tomorrow. We have some people, we have some group of people that live as if there is no tomorrow. They live their life in the now. They don't look up, they don't even think ahead. They don't even think about what is going to take place after now. They only live their life in the now. And that, according to our tradition, is not good. And that there's some kind of argument that, right, I say that it is good for you to live in the now. They're trying to pervert the work of God. They're trying to pervert the word of the living God. And God is saying, no. It is not now that is the most. Now it's important, but it is not the most important. What is important is what is going to take place after. Because if you live, for example, if you live your life, you say, you know what, I don't care, I live my life for myself. Okay? Now you live your life for yourself, and what is going to take place tomorrow, I don't care. And when I mean tomorrow about your descendant, you did not give your descendant any understanding. You did not put the legs of your children in the Torah. You don't put the feet of your children in the work of God, and you say, you know what, me, I just go to live my life now, my children, I don't care. You have to understand that your legacy, what is it going to be? I'll give us a story. There was a man, a rabbi, and there was an association, a group of people. They asked the rabbi, they said, Rabbi, if you die, what will be your legacy? And the rabbi said, no, I'm not going to die now. Why are you wishing me to die? What is wrong with you? Why are you wishing me to die? But the guy said, it's not that he's wishing you to die, but he's asking, what will be your legacy for tomorrow? It's not now, but tomorrow is the most important. Tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow never comes. It's every day tomorrow. It never comes. Now, it happens, sadly that the rabbi died. And when he died, the legacy was destroyed. Nobody like an hand over onto everything vanished. But remember, that guy was telling him, what is your legacy? What will be of tomorrow? We are not talking about now. That's why personally, me, so it is not about now. I wish I get more men, more people. My job is to deliver the message to the next generation. That is me. As I receive it from my fathers, I deliver it to my children. And my children deliver it to their children, and their children deliver it to their children. That is how the Torah survived until this particular moment. Living as if there is no tomorrow. For the children of God, it's unacceptable. Because we always remember tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. And tomorrow is our children. So let's see what the parasha actually has to offer us. The final parasha of the Sefer Bereshit, I mean the final parasha of the book of Bereshit, of the book of Genesis, brings to a conclusion the age of the Patriarchs. As the age of the Patriarchs set upon the world, the horizon is made clear for the age of bondage and the age of servitude that will eventually take its grip on the children of Israel. The end of the age of Patriarchs does not therefore erase the fulfillment of the Holy One, blessed be He, the promise to Abraham that his descendants will become as numerous as the stars in the heavens and inherit the land of Canaan. What am I saying here? I'm saying that the era of the Patriarch is drawing to an end, is closing. Remember, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Their eras, their time is what is closing. Remember, the Torah said in the book of Ecclesiastes, it said there is time for everything under the sun. Remember, everything is time. Everything is. I understand that we, as a human being, we want it now. Human being loves to live in the now. Why? Because we always think that we have no time. Because of what? Our life depends on time. We think, oh, I'm 20 years old now, I'm 50 years old now, I'm 70 years old now, I'm this and that. We always think about time. Time is never enough for us. I understand that. I'm not arguing against that. I know that in the realm of God, there is no time. Time does not exist yet. So, but what God is telling us, be patient, wait. Time is everything. As God has commanded, the time of the Patriarch is going, their own era, their own time is going to an end, and a new era is coming. A new time is about to start, and this time it will go to what completely different from the time of the Patriarchs. This is the time of servitude. This is the time of slavery. The time they will enter. But remember, before that time, they enjoy a little. Then the problem starts. When the new Pharaoh came into power. A new time is about to walk to a new son of pain, a new kind of son of suffering, a new kind of dawn is about to come. And Jacob Abenu told them all these things. Even though Joseph, the righteous, told them all these things before he died too. Joseph died. All his brothers died. Everybody died. They were buried in Egypt. They all died. And the new king came into power that doesn't want to remember Joseph. The Torah said, and there is a new king that does not know, he doesn't want to know, he doesn't know Joseph. Is that possible? Of course not, it is not possible. Because every king in Egypt understood, knows what Joseph did for Egypt. That it was because of Joseph that Egypt survived. If not because of Joseph, the country Egypt would have been destroyed. They would have died in famine. But it was because of Joseph, and it is written in their book, and they knew that. But this king was very tricky. He doesn't want to what? He doesn't want to say, I hold Israel, I hold these Jewish people, or I hold these Hebrew people, I hold them something. He doesn't want to remember that. He closed his eyes. He's blind. What they did is the past. I don't care. Forget about it. Forget about Joseph. I owe them nothing. They are going to be slaves because they are growing bigger, because they are getting more energy, more strength, more powerful. I will enslave them. But remember what Joseph did. No, he doesn't want to remember that. That's why the Torah says, and a new king that does not know Joseph. It's not that he doesn't know Joseph. He knew what Joseph did. He doesn't want to pay back. That is the point. He doesn't want to pay back what Joseph did. Yeah. Now it's time for him to suffer, to put his people in what? In slavery. And remember also that God, the Almighty, the Holy One, blessed be He, also promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that his descendants would what? To be numerous, like the stars and like the sands of the sea. But everything is time. This epoch of human history belongs to a later period. The Patriarchs did not lament the fact that the Holy One, blessed be He, promise has not been brought to fruition in their lifetimes. They understood that a nation needs to grow, and that growth comes about through experiencing life and overcoming its many obstacles. A process depending upon time. The Patriarchs comprehended that they were the foundation stone, and thus did not demand the instant gratification of seeing the Holy One, blessed be He, His promise fulfilled in their lifetime. Only a guarantee that one day His word will be fulfilled. Remember, as I said, this time of this part is what is coming to an end of the age of the Patriarchs, and a new time is coming in. But our Patriarchs, our forefathers, they did not say, God, you lie. You know, they did not say, God, why did you fulfill all your promise during my lifetime? You promised me that my descendant will be like the stars of heaven. They're going to be mighty and strong. I'm going to be a nation. How come can I be a nation when I'm just 70 people? It doesn't make sense. You lied to me. No. The Torah says, far, 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 far be to the Holy One, blessed be He, for Him to lie. God will never lie. God does not lie. God is not a flesh. God is not a bone. God is not a blood. God is not human. It's not matter that is going to lie. He never is the creator of all the ends of the multiverse. He doesn't lie. He promised them. And all this is by what? Is by time. Everything has time. For them to be a nation, they need to grow up. And there is a lot of obstacles that they are to overcome. Okay, give an example. A man wants to become a doctor, for example. Right? Does he just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm a doctor? No, it doesn't work that way. For you to be a doctor, you have to go to school. No? One by one, step by step. It takes time. It's a process of time, right? You finish your kindergarten, you go to primary school, you go to your secondary school, you go to CJED, and then you enter university, then you begin to learn for another 7 years. It's a process of time. It goes one step by step. And then I can't just look and say, oh, voila, I'm a doctor, and I can go and operate a human being. Oh, that means that you want to cause trouble. But remember, it's a process of time. But I want us to understand here, at the end of all these years that you spend studying, understanding, knowing the anatomy of a human being, at the end, what do they give you? They give you a paper. At the end, it's a paper. They call it what? Diploma. At the end of all the suffering, of all those pain, of all those up and down, sometimes you did not sleep. You have to study and study. You have to burn the midnight candle. The midnight fire, you have to burn all sorts of things. There are all kinds of obstacles that you overcome. At the end, what do they give you? A paper. And something, this is your diploma. Remember, it is not that paper is just to prove that you went through all those processes, right? If they ask you, where's your diploma? This might prove that I did what? I did all these things. I went through all those courses. But that is not the end point. The end point, the power, the strength, the energy, everything that you learn is right in here, not in the paper. It's here. And then you cannot take everything that you put here, you cannot act it in life, where let's say, okay, you are going to do surgery for somebody. Everything is here. It's not in the paper. Okay, this is what I was taught at the university. This is what my professor taught me. This is how to operate. This is how to, you know all those things. To you, it's no longer a new thing. The same thing here. It's a process of time. For a nation to grow, to be united, to be forged together as one, it takes time. Remember, Israel was a loose group. The Hebrew people were a loose group of people. Manasseh has his own. Ephraim his own. Judah his own. Issachar his own. Dan his own. Asher his own. All of them, they were loose. And how can you bring about a nation from a loose group of people? You need to forge them together. Like the iron is forged from the furnace. You have to forge them like that. And how do you forge them? Is it when everybody is riding limousine? No. You forge people together in the fire. And how do you forge? It's hard. It looks very, very, very hard. But that is the process of that is the natural process. You have to forge them in the fire. Israel was formed from the fire of slavery, from the furnace of Egypt in Israel, as a single nation. Because I can understand, okay, when for example, I told you about, I keep us giving us an example when I came here to Canada. I was living in Ontario, right? In my culture, in our tradition, what we do? Anybody we see, we greet. Hey, hello, good morning, good afternoon, bonjour, bonsoir. We greet people, even though I don't know you. I don't have to know you. I greet. That is the respect. That's our culture. That's our tradition. I didn't know that it wasn't like that in Canada. I came to look at my neighbor. Hey, how are you doing? What is wrong with you? Do I know you? It's so strange. Huh? Look, what is going on in this society? I said maybe that guy doesn't like black people. Maybe he's a racist. I go and say, hello. Everybody. I say, I understand that these people, they don't care about nobody. What they care about is their time and their money. Everybody is rich, everybody has money. I don't hold you nothing. You don't hold me nothing. I don't want to know anything about you. I don't care about you. But that is not life. That is not life. Because where I grew up, everybody knows everybody. Where I grew up, everybody helps everybody. Where I grew up, everybody is a brother to everybody. You don't have to be. You don't have to be my mama's child or my mama's sister or my mama's brother for me to help you. No, because we see ourselves as one. But this society is a different society. So from that time, I said, okay, because they start looking at me as a madman who doesn't understand no crap. I said, I keep my mouth shut. And I see them, I keep my mouth shut, me too, I go on my way. But that is not life. So Israel as a nation was forged from the furnace of Egypt. Right? Because he knows that he's in pain. The same pain I am feeling. We are feeling the same slavery. We have to unite together. It's a national process. Nobody has to tell you that. You see, you know what? For us to survive, we have to unite as one. Because the pain I'm feeling is the same pain that you are feeling. So I can understand you, you can understand me. We put ourselves together and become one. For us to survive. It's a process of time. It's a natural thing. Two men, two women, two people, or a group of people, they are going to hunting and they find a problem. If they divide themselves, they die. For them to survive, they have to unite and begin to think. They say two heads is better than one. Begin to think on how to do it to survive or how to overcome those obstacles. The same thing here, the same thing was done among our people. God especially did that. He said, I'm going to make you what? A nation. Remember, to form a nation, it takes time. To form a nation, it takes a lot of things, a lot of process, for them to be what? United as one. And why did God do that? Because if they are not united as one, they will never ever survive the wilderness. Never. God knows. 10 million years to come, 20 billion years to go. God knows that. God knows that He's going to use them, He's going to carry them through the wilderness. And for you to survive the wilderness, oh my friend, you have to be one. If you are not one, you will die in the wilderness. It's a tough place. He said, the Torah said, God made Israel through the wilderness where no leg has ever passed, which is true, where no human being has ever survived. As a nation. It's tough. They have to depend upon one another. So it is that experience that they had in Egypt that also helped them to survive in the wilderness. So let's see again. He said the concept that every generation is built upon the deeds of its predecessor, and that fulfillment is the product of everything sown today, but reaped by our descendants, had been internalized by the Patriarchs. The book of Bereshit, Sefer Bereshit, ends on a note of assurance that Joseph note of assurance from Joseph that the Holy One, blessed be He, will fulfill His promise, and that it is just a matter of time. If we should hold on, but one lesson taken from the life of the Patriarchs, that let it be this, that we should not live our life as if there is no tomorrow, as if there is no any other generation, as if we are the only generation living, for instance, gratification, but that there is a distant tomorrow, and that which we set in order today, we do so for our children and our children's children. You see that the concept of every generation is built upon the deed of its predecessor. The concept of the next generation is built on the previous generation. Abraham Abenu is the foundation, right? Isaac built upon it. Jacob built upon it. Joseph built upon one of his father, and we begin to build upon it. They didn't say, oh, you know what, Joseph has the power to say, you know what, yeah, I am now the viceroy, I will kill everybody, I don't care. No, he can say so, he can do that, he has the power, but he didn't do that, because he knows that, what is my advantage if I kill all these people? How am I going to survive? He needs them. Joseph was a very smart man. Joseph understood, he knew that he needed his brother for his own children to survive. Because if he killed all his brother and their descendants, his children will never survive, and they will live forever a slave in Israel. He understood that basic principle. I need them. I'm not going to kill them. Let God judge them, right, for what they did. But I'm going to keep them alive, I'm going to bless them, I'm going to give them food, I'm going to give them everything so that we can grow up as one. So that when my descendants they need something, their brothers can help them. When this brother need something, my descendants can help them. As a single unit. So we need to understand that we as a people, as the Hebrew people, this understanding of building on the previous generation is already internalized within us, in our brain, in our mind, in our DNA, right? Like, for example, you can see in a synagogue. In a synagogue, nobody comes because it is internalized. Nobody comes, okay, pass bowl, put money, pass bowl. You don't do that in the synagogue. No, because in the synagogue, it is embedded in us to give. Nobody asks you. You just give. You understand that? So this is the same thing. It is internalized. This understanding is because we have this idea or this concept that God is not a beggar. When you pass a bowl to be passing, it shows that you are begging. God does not beg. God said, tell Israel to give me from what I have given them. He didn't say, please give me. Oh, I beg you to give me. No. He said, I have given you, give unto me. Take it back. Take what you have given you. Give me from what I have given you. But God gave them a lot of prosperity in Egypt. God blessed them and prospered them when they left the land of Egypt. The same thing here. The foundation is laid when we're young, as a baby. Our mama tell us, you have to give. Go give. It is in the blood. You just give. The same thing that the concept of building is already in our mind. Remember, they said the God of your father, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You understand that? Oh, we have to begin to build. We build because I know that I am not building for myself. I am building for the future generation. It's not for me. It's because people might think, oh, you want to live your life now. Yes, it look good, it look fine for you to live your life now. But what after you? What comes next? That is the issue. After you, what comes next? Would that be the end of your lineage? Would that be the end of your descendants upon the earth? Because you destroyed them all. Because you did not build on the foundation of your forefathers. right? So this is what I am. The Torah is teaching us this morning, that we did not want to live an instant gratification. That means, oh, I want to glorify myself now. Everything is about, oh yeah, ego. Ego. Everything is about me now. I'm now the Prime Minister of Canada. I can do whatever I want to do. I have the power to do and undo. No. Our job is to build for the future generation. I look, okay, that woman, she's good. She's fantastic. And she's an Hebrew woman. The first thing I do, if there is another person that is also good, it's also fantastic, but she's not an Hebrew, my job is to take the Hebrew woman, lift her up. That's my job. Because she's part of me. She's me. And she understands that. She knows that. When she grows too, she sees another person that may be a man that is very good, and the man is a Hebrew man. And there's another man that is very good too, but not a Hebrew. Her job is to take the Hebrew man, put him on top. That's how we build our society. That's how we build ourselves. So we can become strong. See, your major priority is our family, is us. We build up ourselves as strong as possible. And when we are strong as a country, as a nation, nobody can tear us down, because we are very strong. Jacob lived in the land of Egypt, according to what the Torah said, 17 years. And the days of Jacob, the year of his life, were 147 years. That's what we read this morning in the Torah. Come to look about it. We're saying that we arrive at the scenes that serve as an end to every that serve as an end to several stories. The scenes of the death of Jacob, the scenes of the death of Joseph, the scenes of the end of the book of Bereshit, the scenes of the narratives of our fathers and our mothers, the scenes of the beginning of serious exile. What's the meaning of the word sin? Sin is, sin is where two clothes comes together, where you join two things together. That's called sin. When you sew a cloth, when you sew, you take one cloth, you take another cloth, you put them together, you sew them. That place where they comes together is called sin, to sew together. So, as I said, that all our patriarchs, they die, right? They pass. Now Joseph has passed. Now this is now another sheet, another history is about to begin, and this is where they sew them together. We can see that in today's parasha, like last week parasha was Va-Yehi. This week parasha is Va-Yehi. They did not in the Torah. They did not what? There is no space between them. No space. In the Torah, it just continues. So it's just the same thing like that. Everything is what infused, like those clothes. So in the Parshas Va-Yehi, it gives us that there is no beginning and there is no end. Everything is like a cycle that continues. Yet the parasha is closed. There is no space in the scroll between the end of Va-Yehi and the beginning of Va-Yehi. There are no ends, no beginnings, just scenes, just joints. The delusion of our endings, all beginnings, all arrivals, all starts. There is only process and journey and movement and motions and the inevitable ebb and flow of existence, not its start and its stop. What I'm saying here is that there is no stop, there is no beginning, there is no end. Everything is a circle. As I was talking yesterday during Erev Shabbat, when we were having our Erev Shabbat with a visitor, our life story, the story of the Hebrew people is like this exactly. Like a big lake. You know a lake? A big lake that has an exit that flows. And it flows and goes around again and enter the same lake again. That's our history. That it has no beginning, it has no end. It's just a circle that just flow around and flow around and flow around. And when you look at our lives, Our life exactly what it is like that. The life is like the sea. It's like an ocean. Most of us, we try to swim the ocean. You cannot swim an ocean, my friend. You can't. Because the more you struggle, when you get weak, you sink. That is because the ocean is too vast for you to swim. So how do we survive in the ocean of life? How? Because there are waves that goes up and down in life. How do we survive? The Torah gives us only one way to survive. How is it? Float. Just float. You cannot, many people, they try to fight against life. Fight, swim. No! You try to put all your energy, put everything. No, you are wasting. You will sink and die because you cannot swim an ocean. No. And what is God is saying? You have to be flexible. That is how the Hebrew people survive, because we are flexible. We are not rigid. You know, a fish. My people have a saying. My people say a dry fish cannot be bent. If a fish is dry, if you bend it, it breaks. You cannot bend a dry fish. You can only bend a wet fish. I mean, a fish that is fresh. A fresh fish you can bend. And what is the meaning of that saying? The meaning of that saying is that it is now to teach your children. When your children become 30 years old, 50 years old, you cannot teach them because they are already dry. They are dry bone. They can never learn. They don't let. They dry already. And you try to force them, you break them. So you begin to teach children when they were young. From the day they were born, you begin to teach. You don't say, oh no, he's a baby. No, wait, let her grow, let him grow. He's a baby. No, there is no baby. They understand even though they're more than you. Sometimes. Like sometimes my daughter, the youngest one, she's just 3 years old. She says something like, she says some word like this. I open my eyes. So where did you learn that from? Because they can hear and they know. So this is what I'm saying. You have to begin to train them. And that is the way of life. You cannot swim the ocean of life. You say, oh, I'm the He-Man, I'm the Superman, I'm the hero. It doesn't work like the Greek mentality. All their life is about hero. And that is why they turn Yeshua HaMashiach to hero. He's a Superman. You know, he's a man with a special power. He's a man with a special, he's a special being. Right? So if he is a superhero, but me, I am not a superhero, because I am a human being with flesh and bone. I cannot compare myself with him because he's a superhero. That is the Greek mentality. But the Hebrew understanding is for us to be able to compare ourselves with our hero, because we know that they are human beings like us. If Abraham can achieve what he achieved, me too as a human being, I can achieve what he achieved because it's a human being like me. I will try to achieve what he achieved too. But if he say Jesus Christ, as they said, oh, Jesus Christ is a superhero, you know. And me, I'm not a superhero, I'm just a mere human being. So you cannot compare yourself with him. But the Torah wants us to always compare ourselves with our hero. Because it gives us the understanding, look, these are human beings like you. They are flesh and bone like you. And they were able to achieve this. So you can achieve it. They don't have two heads. They have only one head. You also have one head. You can achieve it. It's just all about determination. Are you determined to follow the Torah or no? Moshe doesn't have two heads. Moshe just determined. You know what? It is time. He doesn't want to do the job. Remember, he said, no, I am not the superhero. No, he told God. God said, no, you shall go and do what? And save them. For this reason, I train you in the palace of Pharaoh. In order for you to understand all the knowledge of Egypt. God is not stupid. Moshe what's the meaning of the word Moshe? The meaning of the word Moshe meaning somebody that is what is taken from the water. That's the meaning of Moshe in the Egyptian language. It's not the Hebrew language, it's the Egyptian language. The daughter of Pharaoh gave him that name, Moshe. Right? And the same, remember, and Israel as a people, the Hebrew people were born from the sea. The same Moshe that was saved from the sea saved Israel from the sea. Can you imagine that? Moshe was saved from the sea, and Moshe divided the sea for the Israelites to pass. Your name is very important. Your name helps you. Moshe, the servant of the Most High God. So we need to understand that he didn't say, "Oh, I'm going to." No, it was floating. You need to float for you to survive. When you float, let the wave do the job. My father-in-law taught me a particular principle. I was cutting a wood, right? So, and he gave me an electric saw to cut the wood. So I took the electric saw, I put it in the wood, and I do like this. He said, no, he said, no, that's not the way. No, don't do it like that. He said, the saw will do the job. It is not by your power like this. No, just put the blade. Just put the blade on the wood, press it, and just leave it like that. It will cut it by itself. That is where life is. It will cut itself. When you struggle at sometimes we try. I know it's hard because somebody that is sinking. If you want to go and save the person in the front, because he's afraid, because he's scared, he will pull you down. How do they save people that is sinking, that is drowning? They go to the back. You take them from the back and you put them up. But if you go and approach them in the front, because of the fear, they will pull you down. So both of you will die. This is what it is going on. So don't force life. No. Just float. Let the wave do the job. The wave will do the job. And you're just floating. You will never bypass your destination. God will arrive you at the destination in peace. Because you are just floating. You don't want to swim. When you swim hard, you waste your energy. Relax. God is in control. So, finally, before I close, see, he said that our worth will not be measured in ages to come by whether or not we fulfill our personal ambition, but by the type of legacy that we bequeath on our descendants. That is it. It is not about about the worth of our own ego. As I said here, our own ambition. People are very ambitious. I want to get it, I want to get it, I want to get it. No, it's not about that. It's about the legacy that you put. It's about the legacy that you leave behind. Because you cannot do everything completely. The basic thing that you have to understand that the foundation is laid. And the foundation is the Yeshua HaMashiach. The foundation is laid. And the foundation is, our job is to do what? To build upon it. Righteousness, holiness, love, peace, glory, everything that is good. That's all. You just have to build upon it. The foundation is laid. We have a great foundation in our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The foundation has been laid. Moshe laid a solid foundation in the Torah for us. Why do you want to destroy and look for another foundation that doesn't make sense? The foundation is there. The Torah is the foundation. I can see it in the Torah. You see, David Hamelech told his son Shlomo, this is what you are going to do to those people. We are going to discuss about that by the grace of God when we go downstairs in our on next Shabbat in the the Torah study. If you look at the Torah, are we saying that David Hamelech was advising Shlomo to avenge? No. He's not asking Shlomo to avenge. What he's telling Shlomo is that justice has to be done. Do justice. Torah is all about justice. Do justice. Because those people, they do what? They put down blood. When you're not supposed to do that. When the time comes, I know that you are a wise man. I know that God has given you wisdom. Do justice. All about our lives about justice or justice. Justice. Justice you shall pursue, says the word of God. And that we shall pursue all this of our life. So please, Parashah Va-Yehi, God is telling us, don't worry. The foundation has been laid. Our job is to do what, continue to build on it what is good. What are we going to leave to our descendants? I cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone. You have to leave something for our descendants. Our descendants will build, and they will leave to their own descendants that continue to build until the return of the Messiah. That when the Messiah comes, all things shall be seen, all things shall be exposed. That is the most important thing. Don't fight against life. Don't struggle, float. Because when you keep on struggling, you will get tired and you will sink. I see people sinking and they die because they struggle against life. No. Follow. Let the way do the job. Just like my father-in-law said, let the blade do the job. It's not me like this. No, the blade will do the job. Float. And you will arrive at your destination in peace. Parashah Va-Yehi. Shabbat Shalom.